Hi, this is Alan Troutman from Return of the Living Dead, and this is Augmented Reality.
In aspect ratio, he's got a whole lot just to show whenever he is on the go. In aspect ratio, his aspect ratio, he's got a whole lot to say. In aspect ratio, we welcome you to the show. This is the aspect ratio.
Hi, this is Ruben Rascon, and this is day 2 of FrankenCon 2011. I'm here with Brooke Bundy, actress with such favorites as Star Trek, The Next Generation, and The Brady Bunch. So tell me, Miss Bundy, how are you enjoying...
Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4. 3 I got decapitated in.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
How are you enjoying FrankenCon?
It's been great. It's been great. Lots of friends to see again and wonderful stuff to buy and just very cool.
In all your years in acting, what was your most memorable shoot?
That's a really hard question. There were so many, and they're no longer on the air or whatever, because I've been doing this for a very long time. I retired quite a while ago. So it's really a hard question to answer. I tend to like plays, actually.
Really, which is your favorite play?
I did a one-woman show in Beverly Hills that was just wonderful. It was fun to do.
I'll make this a bit more simpler. You were in the Brady Bunch. You said you were the neighbor of the Bradys.
Yes.
What was your most memorable shoot doing the Brady Bunch?
I think actually when we were able to adopt the 3 kids, and we saw how cute they were all together and how much they loved each other. I think it was very, very heartwarming.
Oh, indeed. You don't see very many family-oriented sitcoms like that anymore, and it's kind of a shame. But since we're talking about horror, you said you were on Nightmare on Elm Street. What was the most memorable thing about being involved in that?
Getting decapitated.
How did they do that? I mean,
it was before digital, and we used a green screen. So we had that, and then plus a head that I had undergone like a mask procedure for. But we did it all in one take, and Freddie actually had razors. Those were not rubber. They were the real deal. So Robert Englund, who plays Freddie, and I did up a whole kind of choreography about it because we wanted to do it in one take. So that was really interesting.
That must have taken a lot of time and rehearsal in order to get that one take down.
And a lot of courage.
Goodness, yes. I mean, it's frightening, when you're in a horror slasher and you're the victim who gets decapitated.
That's right. That's right. It's pretty sobering.
I'm here with Tiffany Helm, famous actress from the Friday the 13th movies. So tell me, are you enjoying FrankenCon?
I love it over here. It's great.
What do you like best about El Paso? Have you gotten a chance to see the city yet?
I haven't really got to see the city. I get to walk from here to my hotel room, but the sunsets are pretty exquisite, and the people are really cool too.
Oh, absolutely. In your years in acting, more so since we're talking about horror films of Friday the 13th, what was your most memorable experience while shooting on the set?
There are many. The first one that comes to mind is when we were shooting Friday the 13th and we were shooting late night in the orange groves. And Tom Morga, who played Jason, used to like to hide behind trees and stuff and spook Juliet and I when we were shooting at night, because it was pretty creepy out there, but it was all in good fun.
Well, I'm sure. In all this time, I can say it's very interesting, hearing all these different stories. So, you got any words of wisdom for any aspiring actors out there who would want to be involved in horror films or just regular film altogether?
Be cool, because you never know what you're going to get remembered for.
I'm here with artist William Stout, and he's got some calendars and some comics. So tell me a little bit about your calendars and your comics and your items that you have here on your table.
Sure. My calendars are zombie calendars. were actually the biggest selling calendar last year for this calendar company in Kansas City. And I did zombie calendars because I'm known for doing zombies. I was the production designer for one of the best zombie films ever made, Return of the Living Dead. And so I designed the Tar Man for that film. The Tar Man was in our first zombie calendar from last year, but I did 12 all-new zombie paintings for this year.
So your thing is about zombies, and we're talking about Return of the Living Dead. In your years as an artist and a character designer for zombies, what was the most memorable thing you've ever done?
Most memorable, I think easily would be the Tar Man. Tar Man has got his own gigantic fan following. It was Alan Troutman, the actor, who brought that suit that I designed to life, though. I have to give Alan at least half the credit. He is just amazing.
I can imagine. So what got you interested into zombies?
Zombies, I've always been a huge horror movie fan. But what really got me into zombies was director Dan O'Bannon. When he asked me to be the production designer for the film Return of the Living Dead, I started doing zombie research because I didn't want our zombies to look like the George Romero zombies. I wanted ours to be very distinctive, very different, as did Dan. And so I studied the mummies of Guanajuato, Mexico. And then Dan and I are also huge EC Comics fans. And so I included zombies that were inspired by the living corpses brought to life by artists like Jack Davis and Graham Ingalls.
I'm here with Alan Troutman of the Return of the Living Dead, also known as the Tar Man zombie. So tell me, in your work with the Return of the Living Dead, what was the most memorable thing that you have done, in the shoot?
The thing that really stuck with me was the waiting. After they put the whole costume on, I was like cut off from the outside world, and they put it on so early that I would be sitting around for hours with this head on with nothing to do, just in like a corner of the set, and people would just try and avoid me because it was just kind of weird. It was just kind of creepy. This thing was like stored in the corner there. I couldn't move. I could hardly walk around. I mean, I could if I wanted to, but I couldn't see all that well, and I was afraid of bumping into things. And so it was just this really interesting mental process I went through of avoiding claustrophobia and just saying everything is good. I'll just sit here. Time will pass and all will be well.
Wonderful. I bet that costume was hot, was it?
Actually, it was kind of damp, and because they're always hosing me off and gooping me up and hosing me down, and so it got kind of clammy in there. It wasn't very pleasant.
I bet. So what do you what else, are you enjoying the convention?
Yeah, it's always great to get together with the other members of the cast here and hang out. We had a great dinner last night, went over to State Line. That was a lot of fun. And it's always great seeing new places and especially visiting with the fans, 'cause they always have great stories to tell, and it's always a lot of fun talking with the fans.
Oh, absolutely. It's always about the fans. I'm here with sisters Electra and Elise Aveillan.
Hello. Hi.
And they have been featured in Machete and Grindhouse.
That's right.
So how are you ladies enjoying the convention?
We love it. I think it's been amazing coming to El Paso. We had never been here before. Well, I kind of passed through once, but this has been...
We love it. I mean, I think my first perception of El Paso is just how nice people are here.
Yeah.
All of you are just so sweet and welcoming. We're loving it.
And the Mexican influence here is very strong, and I just love it. I love being around you guys. The culture is wonderful.
It's beautiful.
Well, we try to be as culturally diverse as possible, with heritage and family, and of course, just things here in the borderland.
Yeah, right.
So tell me, ladies, in your lovely line of work as actresses, could you tell me what was the most memorable thing in a shoot, either for Machete or Grindhouse?
The most memorable. We have different stories. Let's see, for Machete, I guess we always tell this story, but the most memorable was when Danny stopped the camera stopped the shot when we jumped out of the ambulance with him.
To grab the Uzis to shoot them,
and he told us basically, that we had to milk the shot because that was our one shot.
Like you can't look dorky when you're holding a gun. You have to look badass.
And you have to
I told
milk
Robert, film them one more time. They know they can do it better. They can do it better. And Robert was like, okay.
Yeah. And that scene made the poster, so it was
we
pretty
did
wonderful.
And thanks to Danny Trejo, who looked like badasses holding a gun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is definitely amazing. I can't believe I'm actually hearing this.
In aspect ratio, he's got a whole lot just to show whenever he is on the go. In aspect ratio, his aspect ratio, he's got a whole lot to say. In aspect ratio, we welcome you to the show. This is the aspect ratio.
Hi, this is Electra Avellan.
And this is Elise Avellan.
And you're watching AugmentedRealityMag.blogspot.com.